Hiya folks, hiya Levon fans. We're here on day 3 of our section of fantastic videos from around Dublin, talking to people who are taking part in Levon Night number 6, which is on the 20th of April in the Sugar Club here in wonderful Dublin town. Tickets available now from thesugarclub.com at the measly sum of $22.50. Ridiculously cheap for the Irish Cancer Society. So not only can you have a great night of music, but you can feel all smug because you're doing your bit for charity. Now, one of the people that everyone is looking most forward to on the night is here sitting beside me. The fantastic, the mercurial, the man on the rise, the wonderful David Keenan. How are you, David? How are you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Now, what we've been doing, what we've been talking to other people about is, well, you tell me, why... When you were asked to do this, what would have caught your interest? How would the idea of Levon Helm appeal to you?
Well, just the presence of the man and the mark that he made in musical history. I was first introduced to the band through Dylan and through their association with Dylan and. But you get into the band and you discover just Levon. If you look at him behind the kit, he's this archetype. He's almost merged with the he plays like this, and he's almost merged with the drum kit. And I remember as a kid watching The Last Waltz for the first time, and you're looking at this band, and it's telepathy,
Oh yeah.
And the songs are just incredible. He's this leader from.
I mean, they couldn't have been called anything else. Really.
Yeah,
they were the band.
Well, that's it.
And the idea then that Levon not only the drummer that other drummers look up to, but as a singer.
Yeah.
I mean, we spoke just before we turned on the camera about the authenticity of his voice. I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. But he was, he was the real McCoy. He was from Turkey Scratch, Arkansas, and he was.
Is that a real place?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right,
where he
okay.
was from. Yeah, because he's like the Hawks originally. And Levon, and a lot of the songs in the band, even though Robbie would have wrote the majority of them, you can tell that they're all based around this archetype, which is Levon, and it's Levon's upbringing, and the night they drove old Dixie down, like the boys are Canadians, Levon is this Arkansas, spit tobacco in a bucket guy,
Well, you can hear it in his voice. I think that the songs that Robbie Robertson was writing, the timeless classics that they are.
Yeah.
But his search for a kind of an authentic American voice.
Absolutely.
He had it there sitting behind the kit.
And his presence, and obviously, in the beginning he was with Dylan when they went electric, and then it wasn't for him. I think he went away and worked on oil rigs there for a bit.
There was too much booing, wasn't
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
But I think he had a bit of a tumultuous relationship with Dylan in the early days. But after the motorcycle accident and the become ensconced in Woodstock. And the basement tapes, and I mean that's just a treasure trove,
Yeah. Well, you were saying to me now on the night that let's not give too much away, but you were planning on maybe doing one or at least one of your songs from those basement tapes.
Yeah, I think so. Just because there's such a magical quality about them, and the way they're recorded, left this mark on me as well. And that process of just trusting the moment, submitting to the moment, and letting the unpredictability of reality do the rest. And
well, there's a very unique, as you say, there's a very unique sound to that whole record, and as the name suggests, recording in a basement and all that. There's a book by the fabulous American critic Grail Marcus called Dylan in the Basement Tapes, which talks about goes back into the whole history. And I mean, what is it about when you heard that record? Because you can tell from your music that it has a kind of effect on you, but is it the almost carefree songwriting that's going on?
It's you feel like it's so present, you feel like you're there. But also as a kid when you hear it, you think to yourself, well, I could do that,
Yeah.
It's not polished and it's not rocket science, it's just expression and it's natural, it's organic. But as well, the camaraderie, you can hear on the records, the camaraderie and the carefree attitude. And that's,
you can hear them shouting and roaring in the background.
You feel like you're there. But that's what is exciting for me as a player, to be involved in the Levon Night, because I'm going to be surrounded by all these great players, and there's going to be a great camaraderie. I know most of them are friends, so there's going to be a last waltz.
Friends, and not just friends, but also people who've played with you before.
Yeah, Josh from the Stripes, and I've obviously toured with the Stripes, and Gavin Glass and Graham Hopkins, great, just incredible players.
Yeah.
Just a joy to play with and to sit under that sound. And from a selfish point of view, it's going to be a real excitement for me to play with them again.
Well, I mean, even as whatever we're playing, just to go and see those guys.
Well, yeah, just to see them in one room, you know, it's it's a rare thing, it's a beautiful thing. So if anyone is a music lover in the country, you know, get up your arse and go.
Exactly,
and
folks.
it's for a great cause as well.
For a great cause, as David says, and 2250 to see that list of names. Let's go through it here. We have the Stripes, we have the Eskies, we have David himself, we have Graham Hopkins, Colin Kearney, and Conor Brady, who formed the Square Pegs. Where would you get it? Gavin Glass and Mary Stokes as well with Skinny Elvis. So it really is, you know, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's just they're all great players. You know?
They're all great players. I mean, it's a great night of. Because the band's music, and we'll talk as well about, you know, music from Big Pink and the band, the second album, you know, and it's a thing that where it's feel over technique, really. Do you know what I mean?
Time. Well, that's the most important thing. And you can, you know, from those records, you can really tell that those boys knew each other inside out.
Yeah.
You know, it's telepathy. I even think Rick Danko was talking about it in the last waltz. He's saying, you know, before that even, you know, they just know. It's just this synchronicity of playing together for years. And there's a great documentary about Levon as well, In It For My Health.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Made a few years.
It's very sad, actually.
It is sad. Yeah, it is sad. But it shows it gives a great example of the essence of the man and. You know, as he neared the end, but just a real pure, beautiful music head and a musician's musician. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing that there was no. It's not ego-driven stuff.
There's nothing. Graces, you know,
there's nothing. There's nobody waiting for their solo or anything like that. It's playing to keep the song together, and I presume that's what Dylan saw in it, and why he tried to cop a feel of it, so to speak. You know?
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Big time,
yeah, I mean, we were talking before the camera was on, and we better not record it about what we feel about Dylan playing an electric guitar and all that. So we won't talk about that. But so it's coming up on the 20th of April. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again because you need to go and buy tickets, people who are watching this. Now, outside of that, David is still on tour. What's coming up next for you, David? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Monroe's on the 13th with the band.
That's Monroe's down in Galway City?
Monroe's in Galway, yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin Glass and Graham Hopkins will be playing with me that night. And then I'm off to the Barras on the 15th.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think it's Portlaoise, Mullingar and the Harbour Bar, the Maybank Holiday and Belfast then on the 12th, I think.
And it's all happening for you. You're off back to America again.
Off back to America in June, yeah.
There's a show in London just announced as well.
Yeah, I'm doing the Great Escape in Brighton as well. I think at the end of May. But it's been it's gearing up to be a fantastic year.
It's
great to be in motion, to be fluid, and to be in the midst of it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great feeling. It's very inspiring.
You can catch. Look at you. You can catch David before he goes supernova, just as he's about to. In the company of all these great musicians, as David has said there, that they're also used to playing together. That it's going to be a night of just, I think beautiful music, and we don't even know who's going to sit in with who and what's going to happen.
That's the thing, you know. You just submit to the moment and you go with the flow. And there's going to be a lot of smiles and a lot of.
Might even be a few points.
Yeah, maybe so.
Nice. Nice. Well, as we say, folks, it's on the 20th of April. The tickets are from thesugarclub.com. It is in aid of the Irish Cancer Society. We're trying to push us over the magic 20,000. That has built up. We built up to about 17,500 in the first 5. This is number 6. Get your tickets, and we'll see you early on the night because it's going to kick off at about 8 o'clock. And it's going to be quite the night. David, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll see you on the night.